Game 1 of the NBA Finals tips off tonight with the Heat looking to repeat as champ.
And it's a matchup of two of the best teams in the NBA.
And we can expect another roller coaster ride over the next 2 weeks.
This round is probably two teams most similar playing against each other.
I think the organizations have the same philosophy. They believe in continuity. Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, they've all been together forever. It reminds us of us.
They play total team basketball. We feel that in a different style, we play total team basketball. You know, we'll see how it collides.
You're playing a team that had won championships, won multiple championships. That was a different challenge and a different battle that you had to be ready for.
When you get to the finals, you know your opponent is going to be formidable, and that certainly is the case.
I have something in me that they took in 07. You know, I won't forget that, and I look forward to the challenge once again.
Live from American Airlines Arena in Miami, it's the NBA Finals, Game 1 of the best of 7 as your defending world champion Miami Heat play host to the San Antonio Spurs.
Game 1 was a prime-time, night-long battle as the teams appeared evenly matched.
James back to Wade. Wade with the finish. That's not a bad way to start for the Heat. So Parker, Duncan, open for the shot, got it with 0.8 seconds left to go.
It's a hell of a game to play because both teams are so good offensively. You can't have any letdowns.
But with merely a 3-point lead heading to the fourth quarter, that's exactly what they did.
Right now, extra possessions they're getting.
Turning the ball over 5 times gave the Spurs the extra possession they needed to go on a 12-3 run.
We had our chances. We had 5 turnovers in the fourth, and we can't allow that.
Offensively, we couldn't get it going, and you know, they made some big shots.
The biggest one came when the Spurs had a 2-point lead with under 5 seconds to play.
Parker on the drive, nearly lost it, still dribbling. Parker with 2 to shoot. Just gets it off in time, and he banks it in. What a shot from Parker.
When he fell over, I was like, okay, well, I'm about to try to tie this ball up. And he got up and went under my arm. I got a great contest, and he even double pumped it and barely got it off. I mean, that was the longest 24 seconds that I've been a part of.
Miller throws it into James. Quick shot in. Shot won't go. Duncan lost it. Tipped by Miller. And that's it. San Antonio comes into Miami and wins Game 1.
NBA Finals Game 2, let's go Heat, yeah!
The Heat are now trying to figure out how to even the series before they head to San Antonio.
The Heat approaching tonight's game as a must-win.
We fight! Let's go!
With renewed urgency, the Heat came out blazing.
But Wade sidesteps. Oh, sweet move from Dwayne Wade.
They did a great job of bringing energy and defensive effort. I thought the Heat kind of got back to their identity.
The Heat went on a 14-3 run to end the third quarter and seemed to take control.
Chalmers got hit, counted, and 1.
You always hear how hard it is to get to the finals, and you know, once you get there, you want to leave it all on the court.
The Heat's defense confounded the Spurs, forcing 17 turnovers and blocking 6 shots.
Parker into Splitter.
It's blocked at the rim by LeBron James.
Oh, what a block from James! Throws it back at Splitter, who is ready to dunk.
Splitter was winding up. He was going to bam it. And LeBron just happened to come out of the clear blue sky and met him at the apex.
I was fortunate enough that I was able to make a big play for us. And I told myself, you'll end up on SportsCenter one way or another. You're either going to get dunked on or you're going to get a block.
Chalmers led the team with 19 points plus double-figure scoring from LeBron, Bosh, Wade, and Allen was the recipe for success as the Heat evened the series with a 19-point win.
The wealth was spread, and we go up because everybody was involved.
The series is tied at 1 game apiece, and now the team is gearing up for Game 3 against the Spurs on their home court.
The Spurs proved to be tough at home in Game 3, making the Heat pay for every misstep.
Ginobili fakes the 3, drives down the lane, dunks it with 2 hands.
LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all struggled, and the team turned the ball over 16 times.
If us 3 don't lead the charge, we're not going to be NBA champions.
The Spurs set a finals record hitting 16 threes, while career highs from Danny Green and Gary Neal totaled 51 points.
Neal at the buzzer. Bang! Gary Neal putting on a show.
Danny Green and Gary Neal lost their minds and had games of their lives.
Green. Danny Green. What a dazzling dazzling shooting display here in San Antonio.
The 36-point loss was the worst loss in team history.
We got what we deserved tonight. I didn't recognize the team that was out there.
We haven't seen them take that kind of pounding, in a long time.
We win together, we lose together. We all played bad, and the Spurs played great.
We just have to take it on the chin and move on and try to get the next game.
Me as a leader, I can't afford to perform like I did and expect for us to win on the road. I guarantee I'll be better tomorrow for sure.
The Heat find themselves facing an uphill battle again, trailing the Spurs 2-1 with 2 games remaining in San Antonio.
At times, Coach Spoelstra tells these guys, go be great, and that's what's going to be necessary.
Being down 2-1 with a game for another game in San Antonio, it was a must-win.
The Spurs tried to spoil that sentiment early, taking a 10-point lead midway through the first quarter.
Parker to the basket, counted and one. Beautiful drive from Parker.
But vintage Wade sparked the Heat, scoring 14 first-half points and getting them back into the game.
Wade, the crossover goes right at Duncan, and the finish.
I could tell that he was just going to come out and be very ferocious.
Wade, the rebound. Wade, turnaround push shot. Got it to go. Dwayne Wade.
He's a competitor. Every time he's doubted, he responds. He went back in his bag today. He was flashed tonight. We needed every bit of it.
Stolen by Wade. Oh, kicks in and throws it down.
My teammates needed a game like this from me. They needed me to play the way that I'm capable of.
When the stakes are highest, when it's the most pressure, Dwayne will be there.
Ginobili down to Splitter. What a blast.
What a block by Wade.
It started from the defensive end as well. I was able to get some blocks, able to get some steals, and kind of get myself, really into the flow of the game.
Led by an inspiring performance from Wade, who had 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 steals, the Heat finally broke the game open in the fourth quarter.
Step back, tough shot. Got it. Oh, Chris Bosh.
The Heat's trio combined for 85 points and evened the series with a 16-point win.
James caps it off by nailing a 3.
LeBron was able to attack. Dwayne was able to get open jumpers. Chris was able to find room inside and do his thing. By far their best collective performance in a postseason game.
When things get rough, that's when we pull together even more. When we're all 3 of us clicking at the same time, we're a very tough team to beat.
We go down 3-1 in the finals. That ain't good. So we needed this win, and we responded.
The series is tied at 2, and now the Heat are going to try to steal another one on the road.
It's no longer about X's and O's. It's about who wants it most. This is all about attitude, not about adjustments.
You got to give more, dog. You got to protect more. You got to help more. You got to sacrifice more in order to get this win. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about us.
Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, it is game number 5 of the NBA Finals as the San Antonio Spurs play host to the year defending world champion Miami Heat.
Game 5 was crucial for both teams, and the Spurs played well from the tip.
Another nice entry pass. Duncan throws it down.
They continue to have great starts. We continue to start slow. We just digged ourselves in a deep hole.
Morris Diaw under the basket. Leonard alone with a jam. Oh, the Spurs are blowing the doors off Miami right now.
The Spurs shot an astounding 60% from the floor, and the Heat was trailing by as much as 17 points, but got it to 1 midway through the third.
Wade along the wing. Wade puts a shot up. Got it, and a foul call.
When we got it to 1, we thought we were in a decent position on the road, but it just snowballed down the hill from there.
The Spurs went on a 19-1 run, led by a season-high 22-point performance from Ginobili.
Ginobili, couple of jab steps, drives, count it, and 1.
And a record-breaking performance by Danny Green.
Puts up a 3, puts it in. Danny Green does it again. Now has an NBA Finals record for most three-pointers in the history of the finals. His 23rd to break Ray Allen's mark.
Of course, the irony, to break Ray Allen's record in a series where Ray Allen is on the other sideline, I think that's going to, in time, mean as much to Danny Green as the record itself will.
Despite 4 players in double figures, the Heat failed to emerge victorious and would go down 3-2.
The Heat are 1 loss away from elimination and defending their championship.